GM. So, looking at Bitcoin on this rally, this current move off the lows last night or yesterday evening. So we had a push, short squeeze, we had a liquidation divergence here, and then we had lower liquidations here, although we didn't make another high. So that's not a divergence yet because it didn't go above the highs. But you can see decreasing impulse there. Price pushed down funding pushed down to negative and has sharply rebounded back to positive here. Now it's not anywhere near neutral, right? Neutral is 0.01. Well, it's near neutral, but it's still below. The spot premium was increasing and it's now decreasing again, so per premium returning. This move was led by Perps, the white line. You can see the CVD. Perps was pushing this all the way, and then towards the end here, spot has had a push. But Perps, obviously, you can see them clearly were leading. So the move was ignited by a short squeeze, as you can tell by the liquidations, the declining open interest as it rises. This is all very clearly a short squeeze, right? As price rises and open interest drops, that means shorts are forced to close and longs are taking profit. So the longs who are in here, or in from lower, or even in from higher, doesn't matter. You can see very clearly open interest drop from 162 to 156. That's 6,000 contracts. At current prices, that's about 360 million, 380 million notional dollar value. That was declining as price rose. That's very, very, very clear. Shorts are closing and longs are closing. It's the only way that open interest can drop. Remember, a long and a short is needed. So both are exiting, and then we've had this spike into the highs here where open interest is picked up, funding's picked up, spot premium disappearing. So positions have started to open again to the tune of about 5,000, which is about 300 million, into that level, which I find interesting. Again, as I've said, below 64, all of this is just bearish consolidation. Right, as you look at this upper end range up until we lost it, 63.8 is where the main distribution of volume was. So in that consolidation, longs are wrong below 63.8. Shorts are wrong above 63.8, above 64. That's where you flip that 63.8 level. Shorts will have to close rapidly and probably takes us towards that high. Here, as I've said, that 62.8 level, which we're just sitting above, if it loses that, then you'll probably see a bunch of that built up open interest having to wipe off. So I don't have a strong directional opinion. My higher time frame opinion remains bearish until Bitcoin can show more strength. But on a lower time frame, it's impulsed off the lows and is consolidating in a nice tight formation here. So that would signal potential continuation. And if you remember, was it daily levels or trade of the day? I can't remember. One of the videos yesterday I said when we were down here, if Bitcoin can clear 62.6, it can quickly go to 63, can quickly go to 63.5, 64. It can move quite quickly through the range if there's a short squeeze happening. And we got that 62.6 broke and we went straight to 63.4. As you see on more clear on a 15 minute. Right, once this level broke, it was able to rapidly squeeze up. That seems to be it for now. And it's holding and compressing here. I like how this is compressing in terms of the potential for the yellow path, right? The potential for it to actually squeeze higher. There'll probably need to be some catalyst. Maybe there is a catalyst coming. But, you know, at the risk of sounding like fucking fence sitting, it really can go either way here, so I don't have any strong opinion on the lower time frame. The market needs to tell you. It's just one of those periods. In here, this could go either way. I'll be very confident that breaking down from this and retesting it bearish, like breaking down and retesting that, puts us absolutely into downtrend again. And breaking above it, well, you've all of this. Squeeze can go all the way to the highs. So It's just an area to watch. It's not an area to be short Bitcoin intraday. I wouldn't be shorting Bitcoin here. I'm not short Bitcoin from an intraday perspective. I still have the swing shorts open on alts. They haven't changed. They're still just kind of chopping around. Most of them around their entry, but slightly underwater. But as I said, they're higher time frame positions with wide stops. And I think if this squeeze fails like the others have, and eventually we go back to this low volatility grind lower, I think alts will then follow. But I wouldn't be convinced that this rally is finished just yet until we start to lose those levels. So it's an area to really just sit back and watch, see what happens. No real strong opinion here. And we'll see what happens from here. We'll see where it goes. Otherwise, that's really just it. This whole thing, like this bounce to me, has left an inefficiency below. It seems corrective. It seems like a squeeze. So it can chop around. It can do this. It can have many pushes. It can do all this and still just be a bearish retest, right? If you look at it, take away these, take away even the box. You just look at that. If Bitcoin's not able to actually convincingly reclaim this high volume block, well, remember, that's where the vast majority, this is where all the trading was done. If it can't reclaim that, then what is this? This is just a lower high. If it can reclaim it, it opens up path higher. But I wouldn't be surprised if it does this. Like, it's Friday. If we don't get a big direction move today, we're not going to get it on the weekend, and you're probably just going to be in for days of chop until Monday or Sunday night. So overall, quiet market. Good time to test things, build systems, do analysis, but not a great time to be taking too many trades. GM.